Yes. Okay, here we go. Yes, give us some volume. Mm-hmm. We got our wine.
Sarah.
Yes. Okay.
Sarah, some Hey Frase.
It's a podcast, not a cast pod. Hey Frase, every day she'll make you say,
Oh my God.
She's got the scoop on pop culture news.
so grab a drink, it ain't what you think. It's Sarah and the crew.
Hi, crew. Welcome to the Hey Frase Podcast. We are so excited. Oh my God, Paul Wharton is here in the house.
Hey, everybody.
Welcome to the show. I'm your host, Sarah Fraser, along with AJ on the mic. She's in here. And of course, Paul Wharton, who is a friend of the show, who we love, who comes on all the time. We have so much to talk about on this show. I love it already. We're getting all these wine emojis on our live, because we're live every Monday and Wednesday on YouTube, 12:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And of course, we release new Hey Frase podcasts every Monday and Wednesday, all about pop culture, comedy, our crazy lives. And we have interesting new guests. That's why today, Tasha K, the very popular YouTuber of Unwind with Tasha K, is going to be live in less than 30 minutes on the podcast to talk all about building her brand. This woman is unbelievable. Have you seen, I know you obviously we've been talking about having her on, but Paul, she is out of Atlanta. She is now full-time as a YouTuber, and she's breaking news stories, like all the time, whether it's Portia Williams and Dennis McKinley, like their whole breakup. And you know Portia, right?
I do.
Okay, well, I don't know if you're going to know Portia after this show.
So how does Tasha
Yeah, we'll find out more about how she gets the scoop. Say that again.
How does Tasha get the scoop?
Wait.
Of course,
When did you
AJ
start-
shut my mic off.
Yeah.
Oh, evil bitch. I don't know what's wrong. I mean, it's on. He just not.
Oh, sorry, that's weird.
Project, sweetie.
Sorry.
Project.
In the entertainment business, you have to project on the mic, okay?
He got on a show for 2 seconds, and now she talking about project. Okay.
I have so many questions for her. Her fans love her, and then they want to know. They're like, you're not even going to do a hard interview with her. You're not going to ask her, because there's lots going on with Tasha. So she is being sued by Cardi B after she did a breaking interview where she said that Cardi used drugs during her pregnancy.
Did she say allegedly? Sources say
Yes,
allegedly
yes,
and all that. Mm.
Yes, and we'll talk about her sources and all that. So, and then she also said that Cardi B has herpes, which I don't know why anyone is upset about that. I mean, that's not a stretch. Like,
Right.
that one is like, I mean, we all believe that
I think
one.
I'm the only one at this table that doesn't have herpes.
Okay, you don't have herpes.
I don't have herpes.
First of all, I only have mouth herpes, okay? I do not have the
Only?
vaginal.
There's a difference, you know?
Yeah, there's a difference. I have the strand
Potato,
that...
potato. I don't have either of it.
Okay.
If we're going to talk clean, I'm the cleanest one out of all y'all motherfuckers.
What are you talking about?
Y'all
You?
are dirty schmurdy.
You.
Why is he laughing
We'll
like that?
get into that. Ocean shitty you? Are
Yeah,
you kidding?
Ocean's shitty.
Listen.
But look,
Okay, we're back.
I mean, we're back. Anyway, I am so excited to have this woman on. I love women that go out there and build their own brands. She's finally getting credit for breaking these stories. Then the recent one is, of course, Safari, who everybody knows, who was with Nicki Minaj, got engaged to a woman, and then she had his ex on, and he proposed to the ex with the same ring. So, like, this is.
Well, that's
she
only okay
gets
if you
good
get the
stuff.
ring from your mama. You know, if it's like your grandmama
it's a-
ring, if it's a
it's an
family
heirloom.
heirloom, that's fine.
So people wanted to know all about that. And then Travis Scott. Remember the YouTubers that did the fake picture of Travis Scott cheating?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So then Tasha did that story, only it came out that it was fake. But she had said that she had been in touch with the person that was on it. And a lot of people are saying she never retracted that. So anyhow, we're going to ask her all about that. A lot of people say she doesn't retract any stories.
Juicy.
But I'm like, guys, she's a gossip blogger. Then Perez Hilton.
She's on to the next.
On to the next. And she's not presenting herself as the New York Times.
Right.
I mean, we're not doing 18 fact checks
So what is
here.
Perez hating on her?
Perez
course.
Hilton earlier this month or in June put out a video that she should be banned from YouTube.
Of course he does.
I know, desperate.
Why are people hating on other people when they have a little come up?
Also, Perez has had his time. He's like past now.
Accent. Perez has had his time.
So Perez did this whole video. What do you think? Should she be shut down? It's like, oh my God, this is rich. Okay, good, like pot calling the kettle black. Okay, please. I mean,
Exactly.
Are you kidding?
You know, that's why I don't like the Real Housewives of New York, because Luann is finally having her come up. She finally figured out a way to make some money by going out on the road.
I want to go to that damn cabaret.
act. Why don't we just go? But anyway, now the other girls are like, you think you're somebody. You think you're special. First of all you bitches think you're somebody. All you bitches think you're special. She just gets paid for it.
I know.
Don't hate, congratulate.
So exactly, don't hate, congratulate, yeah, and like help this woman, and also she's finally getting recognition. But for a long time, sources like Shade Room, TMZ, none of them would give her any credit, even though she was breaking stories. So I want to ask her how she felt about that, because that's
I feel
tough.
good about that. That sounds great.
So she's going to be on the show. We also are going to talk about. So I'm getting married this summer.
It's happening.
It's happening.
It's
I'm a month-
happening.
Have you
Even
booked
with
your
the little
tickets?
rubber band around your. What are you gonna do? Are we gonna get a ring?
What
or
is,
are we
what is
just
Dan
gonna...
slipping on your finger?
I don't have a ring. I think I'll
I
probably
got a
borrow.
cock ring you can borrow. Oh, well,
Lord.
put your whole hand in it.
It's that bit. It is.
Oh, a cock ring.
Oh,
okay,
I'm
thanks.
dirty. Mm-hmm.
Anyway, we're about a month away from the wedding. I get a call last week from the Catholic Church in Maine. They no longer have a priest for us. They want us to get married by Deacon Bob. Who the fuck is Deacon Bob? I don't want to get married by Deacon Bob. Why did I spend all this money? I spent over $1,000 in Catholic classes to now get married by Deacon Bob.
Why don't we marry her?
Because
Maybe the officiates of
I
it.
paid $700 to rent this church.
We can stand up there.
to rent the oldest Catholic church in New England. And what's going to happen? Now, Deacon Bob is going to roll out in jeans. I mean, there's not even a white collar in the house.
It's part of the charm. It's part of the charm. So what's going to happen? Really? Is Deacon Bob really?
No, this
what
is
did
for
they
real.
say?
Deacon Bob.
Where's the priest going to be? Is he taking vacay?
No, they suddenly said he has another commitment.
Boys
Another
trip.
commitment. Boys trip.
Boys trip.
Oh, that's fucked up.
Another commitment? I can't.
I mean,
even
I'm from the
believe it.
Catholic Church. I'm not defending them.
Boy Scouts of America is probably in town. He's like, I
That
better be
is
over
horrible. Okay, we are.
This is why this. Oh my God! Thank God, AJ's parents, who are very religious, are not coming to the show.
there. It's not the truth, really. Go ahead.
So anyway, we'll talk more about. I want to go around and do our quick highs and lows, because we start every Hey Frase show with a little personal story, something that's going on in our lives. So we're going to do a quick, like, what's going on in your life. We're also going to talk about the guy. Have you guys seen this? There's a guy that now is in England who's decided to live and dress as though it's 1820. So he has burned all his old clothing, and we'll show you a picture of what he looks like. And he walks around like this.
He's really
God.
attractive.
He is?
Like, really.
Oh, that sounds super hot. But I wonder what his pubic hair looks like. It's probably crazy. They didn't manscape back in 1812.
Oh, you think he does clothes / all types
yeah,
of beauty
he live
regimens?
it all the way.
All right, yeah,
we'll
go big or
get
go
into
home.
all that. And then Tasha K is going to be on here in less than 20 minutes. We do have to thank a couple of our sponsors really quickly. Total Dental Care, we love them. If you are in Maryland, you've got to go see Total Dental Care and Dr. Mary. They're a one-stop shop for all your dental needs: general dentistry, periodontics, oral surgery, orthodontics, pediatric dentistry, and more. Afraid to go to the dentist? No problem. They got you with sedation dentistry and teeth whitening. They're experts in that. If you haven't been to the dentist in 2 years, 3 years, 3 months, they never judge. They are a judge-free zone. TotalDentalCareMD.com. Also, Advantage Financial. They're amazing. Located in Northeast DC. Go and see them. Personal loans can be used for much more than just to pay off credit card debt. They can be used for, maybe you want to buy a motorcycle, a pool. Maybe you want to pay for that dream wedding or engagement ring, braces. Easy Auto Pay is available. You can apply today for up to $30,000 at advfcu.org. Tell them the Hey Frase Podcast sent you. Motorcycle loans as low as 3.8%, RV and boat loans 5.4% or lower. So they're fantastic.
I love it.
Batar Institute, we love them. Tell us what's going on.
They are doing a $750 giveaway that consists of skincare and beauty products. So going over to Instagram to enter, participants have to follow their page at Batar Institute, like the post, and tag 3 of their friends in the comment section. Check them out for all things hydrofacial, which I do there, oil therapy, skin tightening, which I do there, M-Sculpt, which I do there, which tightens your abs. All of that, BatarInstitute.com. Follow them on Instagram.
Oh my God, that's amazing. Is that all non-invasive?
It's all non-invasive.
I can't have Botox because I'm trying to
Just
get pregnant.
Holding back the years, baby.
Okay.
Olden back the year.
AJ, lots of people are on our live stream. They're saying mixed things. You guys who are on our YouTube live stream, can you hear us? Some people are saying that they're having a hard time hearing, that their volume is all the way up. I cannot hear. LOL, all volumes are down. I can hear them just fine.
It's crazy. We also have people that are able to hear.
Does it sound okay on the YouTube stream? Yeah. Okay. I just wanted to make sure.
My levels are good here.
Sharon says
Is
it's
it just
very
my
low.
mic? AJ, is it just my mic that they
You
can
guys
hear?
only hear us two and not Paul?
YouTube loud. Okay, you guys, thank you so much. Yeah, everybody can hear it. And I know you're all here for Tasha K, so we're going to have her on. I'm so excited to do this interview with her and just find out about how this woman created her amazing brand. Real quick, Paul, you were
Yes.
hosting the Rammies last night, which is
I
a
was presenting.
food award show here in
It
DC.
is the biggest, it's the #1 restaurant and food awards ceremony in DC. Thousands of people were there, packed the convention center. You know what my high was from last night?
Yeah, what?
I used to work at Fox 5 DC, as you know, here.
Yes.
And it was so weird to me because, we had some issues over, of course, I wanted more money, and there was a lot of different things going on. So we decided not to move forward together. But after years of working there, I was a little salty that my coworkers, they just didn't keep in touch.
Yeah,
no
no one
message,
reached out.
no no comment on anything. And Holly Morris was one of them. So when they told me a few days before the show that I was going to be presenting with Holly Morris, I was almost like, oh, God. But you know what was so wonderful? When I got there,
I love you so much.
well,
yeah.
when I got there, I sat down next to her and her husband, Thomas, who I love. We got up there, we got backstage, and I realized, you know what? Our relationship was more than just that couch at Fox 5.
Right.
We really did have something that we liked about each other, and we kind of rekindled it last night. So my high was never let a job or a situation hold you back from a genuine human connection.
Sure.
Stay in touch with people. Reach out, even though you don't know all the details of why they're not there or what's going on with them. Keep that going.
I love that because
Yeah.
it's easy to lose touch with people when you don't work with them or you
Yes.
don't see them and you get caught up in your own stuff. What was your low, by the way? I mean, are you dating anybody fun?
Oh,
There's always
I don't
something
have a
good.
low. My
What's
low.
the good drama going
Well,
on?
I was just in the Hamptons. I was in
I was gonna
Montauk
say-
for
yeah.
quite a few days. That's
we
that's
saw.
my high as
I was going to
well.
say, was that not your high?
Yeah, that's my high too. Sorry, Holly. Actually, oh shit, spoke too soon. Shot my load. Maybe my low was that I didn't shoot my load because I didn't have any hookups this time. It was too short of a period, but I really was going for some self-reflection. I'm trying to move forward in some new projects. There was a great new piece of real estate up there that I could potentially have and do a show in, which I'm super excited to do. It's like, the cheese board of, my life is like lifestyle and cooking.
I swear, if you do a series on motherfucking cheese boards,
No, but I will do one show in each season about a cheese board.
okay, well, invite my ass up, and I better be able to use that kitchen. And can I say one
He
thing?
won't. He'll bring out somebody else and he'll be like, oh, my dear friend, Vivica A. Fox is here.
Oh, I'll be
Viv,
like, "Ah."
I had no idea you loved cheese boards,
If you
darling.
like cheese, darling.
Do you like cheese? Oh, I loved all your stories about how, which wine should we drink tonight? Oh, champagne. I'm going to open some champagne.
That was Billicourt Salomon.
Here's my thing. Paul goes, make sure to find that time for self-reflection, whatever makes you happy. I'm like, bitch, of course the Hamptons makes anybody happy.
Oh, is that what it is?
Yeah, when he opens the door and he's literally on the beach,
On
I'm
a
like, sitting there
paradise.
going, he's like, you know what, take time for you.
Do
Focus on you. We're like,
do
yeah,
what
bitch.
fills you.
But you know what? Can I just talk about that for 1 second? on a
Meanwhile, I'm going to
serious note?
Smorgasbord in
Meanwhile,
D.C.
out here.
Yeah.
Let me tell you something, because some people were like, do you think that this makes some people angry? And I said, well, I never really thought about it like that. But what I do think about, because I get the opportunity to travel and go to these fabulous places, I do think about my family, my close friends that really do like me, my people in Cleveland. They don't move around like that. They're pretty much in one place.
Right.
And no matter how old they are, most of them are on social media. They follow me on either Facebook or Instagram, and they just love it. So, I mean, I try to do it from the perspective of taking everybody with me in a way.
I do feel like that.
That's what I think.
I love when I want you to post more stories.
Yeah.
It is. And you are very genuine. It's just so funny. We know you obviously in a joking manner. So we're like, this bitch. I
He's
mean,
in the
he's like,
Hamptons.
yeah, he's out there I'm working so hard. We're like, you're not working.
Reflecting.
We're like, okay, please.
It's my favorite.
I love it.
AJ has some big TV news. Yeah, your
Yes.
highs and lows.
My highs and lows. My high, I did a Spartan race this weekend. Felt good. And
Yeah.
then my second high is I secured a place for the watch party July 9th. As of now, it's at Dacha Navy Yard, so Dacha Beer Garden at Navy Yard next Tuesday. So yeah, that was a big high. July 9th, it's coming. The show's out. I mean, we're just getting closer and closer, so I'm excited to see what opportunities come from the show.
NBC's Bring
How
the
they portray
Funny.
me. NBC's Bring the Funny with host Kenan Thompson, Chrissy Teigen, and Jeff Foxworthy. Host Amanda Seales.
And
Judges are all the three of them.
You got picked because of your impression. So your talent, like, give everybody,
Yes.
we have tons of new people viewing. So AJ on the show is known for her impressions, and you do a really killer Kourtney Kardashian.
I'm known
So
for the Kourtney.
Last night, Kourtney Kardashian, the whole thing, part 2 of Jordan Woods, went down. Khloe lost her mind that Kris Jenner wasn't shutting down.
Liar!
Yes. So give us
Yeah.
a little Kourtney.
Kourtney's thoughts on the part 2 of Khloe's life with Tristan. You guys, I just never expected that from Jordan. That's just so sneaky. She's so snarky. Like, Tristan can suck my left toe. Gross. I'm so done. Scott is so much better than Tristan. And that's what Kourtney thinks.
I love that. I just, every time I'm in it, I'm like, is this Kourtney here? I'm like, what the?
She is going to do that impression on a national stage starting next Tuesday, July 9th.
Oh my God, you did Kourtney up there?
NBC.
Oh, yes. I did a bunch of them.
Oh my God, I love this.
You guys can see all my impressions. I usually post regularly at AJ on the mic on Instagram. That's how I got found, really. It's just my social media videos that I thought only my friends and family were watching. Turns out a talent scout found me on my Instagram. Super crazy, but super excited for that. So that's definitely my high.
People are freaking dying on the live stream. LOL, you sound just like her. Oh my God, she sounds like Court. LOL. Damn, that was a good one.
You guys,
okay, well, give
thanks
us
so
another
much.
one about Tasha K coming on. What would Kourtney say to Tasha K?
I love when you dig out the dirt of all celeb lives. Just don't come for the Kardashians. We just don't have time for more drama. But I love when you dig out stuff about Wendy Williams because we're not the biggest fan.
But didn't Wendy make up? Wendy was out with
So
Kim
good.
and your mom.
We're friends again, but she had a rough patch. We weren't sure.
That's good. I gotta give it
She's
to you.
really good, right?
And sometimes, you guys, I do Paul Wharton impression. It's a little rough.
Oh, no, it's
It is.
spot
Can you
on.
polish that up a
No,
little
it's
bit?
spot on.
What'd you say?
Can you polish that up a little bit?
I will for next time. Yeah, wipe your ass. I will kill him.
What is she talking about?
You guys, if you don't know, we have a little fun friendship, frenemy kind of relationship. We love to shit on each other, but deep down, I would give my left
What?
nut for
What'd
him.
you get?
Yeah,
I would
right.
give. I would give
You don't have
a
nuts.
kidney.
What else would you give? Okay, I might need it one day if I keep all this foolery up.
You're right. I might need all of my kidneys.
Y'all
I
send me
might
this
need your
tape.
kidney. Sign a contract.
All right, so I love that. And that,
Yes. And my low was losing my debit card at a restaurant on Saturday night, and I wasn't even trashed. So,
I know, that's amazing. And you can't even find it. She went back to the bar. They tried to give her a hard time, said that it wasn't
no,
there.
we checked our vault. It's not there. I'm like, I literally didn't pay for my bill. So, fuck you guys. Now I have to go reorder it, do the expedited process. Have you ever lost one of your cards?
Oh,
Yeah,
he's lost, man.
I lost my wallet. You know what I did? I lost my wallet in Montauk,
whole
and when
motherfucking wallet
so then I had to go out. So when I came back,
to go out.
I had to. Everybody was waiting for me. So when I came back, it was in the driveway, in the rocks where the car was parked.
You lucky
Like it was under the car.
What?
Oh, that
Can you
is
imagine?
amazing.
You know what? Sometimes you just gotta let it go. So I let it go, and then the next day I went. I peed in an alley. I was like, I bet you my car is gonna be here.
In the world. What kind of life you
I
living?
go back.
It's
The
rough.
card was not there.
No wonder you mad. So anyway, I was peeing in that alley. I looked over, and my car was right there. World.
All right. Well, I told you, I had 2 lows this weekend. My lows all revolve around getting married because I'm 1
Deacon
month
Bob.
away. Deacon Bob is now doing our service.
Do
There's
you know
no
what we're doing about a ring? Or?
no priest, no ring,
No men's suits.
no men's suits. That's a whole nother drama. And then we go to meet with the priest, this is just odd, right? Getting marriage advice from a priest. So we had a 30-minute sit down after we took this questionnaire about each other's relationships. Or knowing your partner. So Dan had to answer 175 questions. I had to answer 175. So my other low this weekend, we go in, we get the results. He goes, well, the good news is you guys are 88% match, 88% compatible. So that's really good. Okay. So I was like, this is amazing. That's my high for the week. Then he goes, but there were some questions that you guys disagreed on. Number 1, does your partner ever get drunk and angry? I wrote disagree. Dan never does that. Dan wrote agree. Yes. I was like, what?
But you are drinking
You're
a lot more
angry
than
drunk?
you ever have in life. I was telling somebody else, I'm like, gosh, you drink so much.
Her
now."
hot 99 5 days. She was definitely drinking way more back then.
Yeah, I was drinking and partying way more then.
Yeah, but when you launched all your own stuff and made it successful, you weren't, and now you're drinking again.
Okay,
And now we've
that
hit
it's- now that
success,
it's
y'all.
success, now it's time.
Exactly.
Yeah, so he called me an angry drunk in the focus thing, and then it said, does your significant other have a healthy group of friends set? I said, yes, I think Dan does. He wrote, disagree. He doesn't think he thinks I'm an
He's talking
angry
about you, AJ.
drunk with
He's just talking about
no
you.
healthy friends.
Talking about AJ.
I know. I think he has quite, because when we drink, I mean, we could fall on any dick. I mean, really. He's worried. We're out here. We could.
We're out here in these streets.
Yeah, we're out here in these streets,
First off,
and it's
I
not
have
good.
many friends.
I
would
think
consider
you're healthy. I mean, you're healthy enough. What does Dan want?
Exactly.
enough.
And you have plenty of friends. They're just in a different stage in their
Who
life.
are your friends? I never see you post. Do you have any friends?
Oh, well, sorry, we don't have,
Okay.
everyone doesn't have a Darnell.
Oh my
Oh
God.
my God, I love him. I was with him last night. Did you see?
Oh, yes, we can't take it anymore. Why are
we
you
saw.
hanging out with Darnell? You need to be hanging out with us.
With us,
Darnell
Paul.
So you
is
segue. You don't have any
65
friends?
years old.
Is she avoiding that question?
So anyway, what about Darnell?
Darnell, you need to be hanging out with us a lot more.
Do you have any friends? I need to know this
Yes.
because I need to be there more for you if you
You-
don't have any friends. Yes, I'm looking
Paul's
at
like,
them.
I didn't know you were in this.
And you.
My friends don't live, my dear friends like Tia, Sarah, they don't live in the DC area. So it's rough. And my other ones have decided not to come to my wedding. So, I'm currently
My
casting
God.
for new friends.
Wow.
Your ass better fucking be there.
I'll be there.
Okay.
I have to.
Thank
you have
you. You
to?
better.
Oh, okay.
No. I mean, like,
You want to be there is the correct
I
answer.
want to. Well, if
There
I
we
want
go.
to, then I won't go. Yeah, I want to, but I can change at any moment. I feel like I have to.
Yes, you have to. We've been friends for a long time.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Oh.
Okay.
Where am I staying? I haven't made any arrangements. I got to figure all that out.
You
Staying
need
in the
to
Have you made
Cod
arrangements?
Cove
Seth.
Inn, the beautiful Cod
Have
Cove
you made
Inn.
your arrangements?
The Cod Cove Inn is pretty much stocked up. So I'm doing an Airbnb
Where?
in
You and-
Wisconsin.
Is Shiggy going?
Shiggy is going.
Wisconsin. It's
Get some
Oh,
money.
Shiggy.
Just because he won't sleep with you.
No, what are you talking about? I want to sleep with that little dick motherfucker.
Okay, look, I want to do one
Oh,
story,
sorry.
and then we're gonna have Tasha K on in 3
Throwing
minutes.
down.
Did you guys see this
No, he's
guy
not.
in
You
England?
told me already.
You guys are okay. Are we
Sorry, we're comparing dick sizes. I'm sorry. Did you want to talk about sponsors?
Yes, we're doing one more story, and then we gotta have Tasha on. Have you guys seen this guy in England who has rejected all 21st century clothing and now only dresses from the 1820s?
Okay, like I said, he's really hot.
This guy is super hot. Wait until you see this. Can you imagine? He burned his last pair of jeans when he was 14 years old. He's 25 years old now. And he says that several years ago, he found a box of his great grandfather's old suits. So ever since, Zach Pinsent has been dressing in the decade of the 1820s. He wears a top hat, a jacket. I mean, this guy, how in the fuck are you going out like this every single day? He says that women hit him up nonstop that are trying to date him.
He's been proposed to, right?
Been proposed to. He wears white socks with these black tipped shoes. Zach researches, designs, and sews his own outfits by himself. Okay, Zach.
I mean, it's pretty impressive. I mean, it's kind of crazy, but what do you think, AJ?
40,000 followers now. Zach Pinsent. You can follow him on Instagram to his adoring fans that look for his fashion. If you guys saw this guy, he wears sometimes like horse boots. I mean,
I think he
if
looks
you saw him-
fantastic. Although he's totally different. Like, look at him. That's clearly like a 16-year-old child.
Yeah, yeah.
He's 25.
Well, now he's 25. Okay, that is just dapper.
He says that women miss the days, and so do men, where people genuinely dressed up.
And he has an
He's
English
bi?
accent.
Paul, I could see you doing this.
Yeah, for sure.
I could totally see Paul Wharton becoming this.
I couldn't do that every day, though. Sometimes I just want to let my hair down.
You don't want to be constricted by the tight fabric
it's too
and the
much.
top coats.
Not
Rather
Zach.
than hitting the high street for his clothes,
I'm
Zach
impressed, though.
researches designs.
I mean, he looks
He's-
really flawless. I love it. It's probably kind of expensive.
especially
Definitely
in
time-
London, he
time-consuming.
sews, he makes the outfits himself.
I'm down for it. Go, Zach. Let's
Go,
get him on the
Zach.
line.
Zach, there's a reason that fashion has evolved, honey. Like, this just looks,
I mean, that looks
really
hot.
hot, dude.
You know what? London is kind of dreary, anyways. So
I mean, who's schlepping all that into an Uber or a Lyft, dude? You don't have a horse
he's
anymore.
definitely horse and buggying it. If he's going all the way, he's horse and buggying
That's
his
pretty
ass.
impressive, though, that
Isn't
outfit
it?
there. Oh, yeah.
Look at
It's
that
good.
top coat. Look at those gloves and his little,
Oh,
his
he's
little
sweaty as
walking
hell.
cane.
Woo! Take off all them clothes.
Where do you pay?
Valerie's on our live stream. She says, wow, that's crazy. I wish that you had a picture of him. Oh, she just is seeing the picture. She says, I do not believe that women are hitting on him.
Apparently he's been proposed to many times and he has to turn him down.
Honey, who is wearing that? All right, let's get Tasha K on. We're Skyping with her, so you're going to actually see her picture, which I'm so excited about, so we don't just have her on the phone. Tasha K is the host of the very, very popular show Unwind with Tasha K on YouTube. She has over 600,000 followers. She is breaking celebrity news stories nonstop. Tasha, Tasha, yes! Can you hear us?
Hold on.
Okay, hold on.
I
One
can't
sec.
hear.
Okay, hold on.
All right.
We'll keep talking. Can you hear us
Can't
at
hear.
all?
Hold on.
Okay, hold on. We're stand by. We're
Like,
gonna
you gotta
figure
wait
out
for
sound.
this. Come on.
I know. Okay, what
Oh,
about
she
now?
Looks great.
I know she looks so good.
I do know her.
You do know Tasha?
Yes.
You do?
I mean, I don't
She's
know her
so
personally,
awesome.
but I see her videos.
What's the last video that you watched? Did you watch any of her?
I don't remember,
celebrity
but I
stuff?
watched them. I think something about Wendy Williams.
Yes, she broke like a lot of the Wendy Williams stuff, and she actually broke when Wendy Williams' husband, when Kevin Hunter's mistress was in the hospital giving birth to their love child. Like she broke that story. I know. It's really, really good. We're just getting Tasha on. Hold on. We're figuring out the sound. So we just did a sound check and she was on. All right. Let's see if we
Yeah,
can
so like
get her
we're
back.
unmuted.
Okay.
Okay.
Can you
Better?
hear us now?
Yes. Can you hear
Yes!
me?
Yes!
You know I'm a loud bitch. I'm like, why they can't hear me? My loud ass. What's going on?
Oh my God,
You
Tasha,
look
welcome
great.
to the Hey Frase Podcast. You look amazing.
Amazing.
Thank you. You guys all look amazing too. Hey, Paul.
Hey, baby.
Listen, I was listening in the background. That damn Kourtney Kardashian
Impression?
impersonation, dead on. Dead
Thank
on.
you,
And
Tasha.
Kourtney- very welcome. Very welcome. I
Tasha,
was like, woo. What's going on?
well, no, we just love you. We love women that are out there creating their own brands, and you just have an amazing following. You are really on the cutting edge of the new what a gossip columnist is all about now. So, for people that are just tuning in and seeing you, because you do personal videos, and you did a lot more of them kind of a while ago. Now you're so busy breaking celebrity news. But tell us a little bit of your background. How did you even get started in loving celebrity news?
Man, you know what? I have no idea. The only thing I can remember, because I have people ask me this question all the time, is my auntie and my uncles and them, we would sit in the living room and watch BT and MTV, and we would just roast the celebrities and talk shit about them. You know what I'm saying?
I love it.
And I'm like 15, 16 listening to this shit like, what the hell? Especially when that whole R. Kelly fiasco happened with him peeing on the little girl.
Yes.
That was just a mess in the household, because you had some people that was like, well, the little girl was too goddamn fast. She shouldn't have had her ass in the room with him. And then other people are like, he's a damn pedophile. What the hell? So yeah, that's kind of where I got my roots from gossiping.
So
you know.
how did it start after high school? Like, did you start in radio? Did you start in television? Did you go work?
I didn't. I actually started when I put my hands on a microphone is when I worked at Buffalo Wild Wings in Hagerstown, Maryland.
Oh my God.
Yes.
Oh.
Yes. I'm familiar with the DMV. I know about y'all. Arlington, Virginia. I see you, Paul.
Hey, baby.
I'm Plaza, DC. Yes, and so I was a server up there, and we used to hire the radio stations to come in and kind of broadcast. And so one day when the radio host would take a break, I would take over the microphone. And this was around 25, 26 years old. And I just never put it down since.
So you go from Buffalo Wild Wings open mic night essentially to when did you launch? Because was your YouTube channel the first thing that you launched in sort of talking about?
No.
Okay, how did it?
I had a radio show. See, when I moved from Hagerstown to Atlanta, I was between LA and Atlanta on whether or not I was going to go to pursue my career in broadcasting, because all I wanted to be was a radio personality. I had no intentions of being on camera or anything, okay? And so I moved to Atlanta, and I kind of solicited myself to different radio stations, and I got picked up by this Christian station, and they wanted a very health conscious talk show, like a radio show. So I converted myself down, dumbed myself down, brought in what I know about eating plant-based and vegan and stuff. And the show was boring as shit, and it got canceled a year later.
But it got you where you needed to be, though. It got you in the door.
It was a stepping
Got you a
so,
little
because
real.
It really did train me for what I really love to do, which is, highlight the fuckery that's going on in the celebrity world.
So you do that for a year, and then what happens after that? Because how old is your YouTube channel now?
It's 3 years old.
3 years old. So 3
Yes.
years ago, was that when you really started? What was that first video that you put out where you were like, okay, I didn't want to be in front of the camera, but now I'm going to be in front of the camera and start.
You know what? It's the wine. I have to blame it on the wine because I was drinking one night and I was I see you over there, AJ.
We bought wine just for you.
Shit.
Yes, we're drinking just for you.
All night, look, I got a smoothie because my ass is hella pregnant. Okay.
Oh, you
Well,
are.
you
Congratulations.
Look,
She's
and
gonna have a big.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my
I'm
god,
trying to stand up. Look, let me get a look.
There we go. I see the bump. I see the bump.
love it.
Yeah. More titties than anything because I got these countries like breastfeeding titties and shit. But
You're ready.
What was the question again? I completely forgot.
So
Like,
your first video, so you decide to you didn't want to be in front of the camera, but 3 years ago you decide to launch your YouTube channel, and the wine kind of got you going to be in front of the camera.
Right. Okay. So let me just back up just a little bit. So one day my husband was at work and I was drunk at home on wine, and I remember seeing Christina Milian like catch Lil Wayne cheating. And so I remember her, she was just like, she saw a stripper in his house and she recognized the background and was like, wait a minute, that's Lil Wayne's house. What the hell? So she just called up Wayne, called him in a line. She was just like, I'm done. And I was like, that's what in the fuck I'm talking about. She ain't have to call her mama.
Yeah.
You know how most girls got to call all their friends to get confirmation on whether they should like move on. I said, now that's a bitch I need to follow. So I literally had on this like negligee, and I was drinking wine, and I did the video sitting on my bed, and it went viral on Facebook.
Wow.
So my husband comes home, and he's like, what the fuck did you upload? You're in your goddamn lingerie drunk? Talking about I was just like, okay, delete. And so it would only happen when I got tipsy. And then the Ray J, which was my first video on my YouTube channel, which was like maybe 3 videos after he said, don't put them on Facebook because we have families that are watching, and his family is extremely conservative. Okay.
Really?
I mean, they're from Mali. They're very heavily religious into the Islam faith. And so them seeing me with a wine glass, they was just like, God don't like this.
Oh,
Oh
God
man.
don't like
How
you
are
need
they
to leave that-
how are they
Yes.
adjusting to all your popularity and everything that's happening?
We just had, look, it's either you like it or you don't. It is
Wow.
what it is.
You want to be
You
on the
know, this
Christmas
is my
list or you
passion.
don't. Right.
Right.
Because we can cut you
Right.
off now. Yeah.
It's my passion, so I'm not changing it for nobody. But no, my first video on YouTube was of Ray J and Princess and when they were on the Steve Harvey show, and she said the most ridiculous thing. She said the most humiliating thing that he's ever done to her was send her to jail. And I'm like, really, Princess? Like, when he pushed your ass in the pool, that wasn't humiliating on national TV?
Ooh.
But you're going to
Yeah.
talk about going to jail because you caught him with strippers? That's not humiliating. That's what women's supposed to do. You catch a man with a stripper, you
Damn.
beat their ass.
Mm-hmm.
Tasha, I have a question for you. Tasha, did you
Yes,
do the
Mom.
interview in studio with Wendy Williams, with Calvin's boy? The boy?
Yeah, I did that. I
Okay.
did that.
Why was she chewing them grapes like that? What the fuck?
Man, let me tell look, listen.
Can you
shout
just
out to
talk about that?
Queasy. Shout out to Queasy, listen, because I don't like to, but Queasy was hungry, I think.
What-
She was hungry.
Okay,
And when
did
I'm
y'all
sitting
see
there,
that?
Yes.
I'm sitting there and I'm like, all I hear is her. And I'm looking over and I'm trying to listen at this shit that Aveon is saying. I'm like, this is too much. Like, she fucked up them grapes. I was just like,
What
girl,
is going on?
You know how you get somebody to side eye at your
Yes.
cookout? And because they don't ate too much,
Right.
they don't fix 2 plates here and then they'll fix plates to go.
Right.
Mhm.
That's the kind of side eye I was giving her, like, damn, girl, like, and then we gave her more grapes to take home.
What in the world?
She
I
was
was
like,
so
this is good.
into the story, but I was like, God damn, bitch, stop with the grapes.
Look, I'm gonna say allegedly, but they came in kind of lit.
Okay.
If you feel
Okay.
it.
Yes.
If
You
I was
feeling
like
me.
this shit. I'm like, y'all good? They like,
Yeah. Well, let's talk some of the great stories that you've been breaking and all the popularity that you've gotten. Then I want to kind of get back to, because it's amazing. What I love is seeing you create this brand. You know, now it's so difficult when you're kind of going up against big players like TMZ and the Shade Room or Yahoo News, whoever it is. And I love your attitude. And I love that you're out there doing it. But you've had a lot of controversy, of course, the whole Cardi B thing. Cardi B is suing you. You're suing Cardi B. What can you tell us about that? And that whole thing started by you breaking that, well, putting out that story, essentially, that Cardi has herpes.
Well, first of all, wait a minute. I have to clear my name. And since I'm with the white people, let me clear my name. Listen.
Wait a minute now. Hold up. What kind of lighting do I have? Yeah.
Look, I love that blowout, though. You are wearing that fucking blowout.
I know.
Look.
Thank you, baby.
No, sorry about your Paul. But listen, no. I never said, there's not one video on YouTube where I said that Cardi B has herpes. Ever. I don't know if she has herpes, okay? I don't want to know if she has herpes, okay? Because then I'll probably be a little discriminatory towards her. Like, you know, don't touch my cup. Don't eat off my fork. Don't touch my baby. Somebody try to kiss your baby, you hit them in the forehead.
Right,
like,
yeah.
Absolutely.
No, she got upset because I carried on a story that was already viral with Star Marie.
Yep.
So Star Marie did a live stream that went viral. So I'm like, shit, I need more information on this. It was funny. If it's fuckery, it finds its way on my channel.
Yes.
And so I interviewed her for the fuckery, and I was just like, repeating the things that she said in the live stream. You said that Cardi B had herpes. You said this. So because Cardi reached out to me and I wouldn't take down the interview, that's when she was like, you did this, you did that. No, bitch, I didn't do that. She did that.
But when you read all the stories too online, a lot of people are saying in blogs that you were harassing Cardi's people, that you would go into their DMs, that you would harass them for information. If you didn't get the information that you wanted, you'd...
You see how white people do? You see how they do? They get together. They do research, girl. They be doing all kind of fuckery over here.
No. What had happened was, let me tell you. Okay, so the friend in question that she's talking about her name is like Remy or something like that.
Yes.
But let me tell you how I met Remy. This is the friend that Cardi B got pissed off about. Remy got locked up behind that strip club brawl. She was the one that Cardi ordered to beat up those two strippers that were screwing Offset. Okay.
Yep.
So she reached out to me to do an interview in my DM. Then when she found out that Cardi and I were beefing, she backed up. I wouldn't have known about Remy had she would have never been in my DM trying to tell her side of the story. So I'm like, girl, I didn't even know that this was your friend. I didn't recognize your friend in the army fatigue with that bad red mermaid wig until she got in my DM. And you can tell your snitching ass friends to keep their mouth closed.
Yeah.
So your friends are talking too much. So yeah, that's
all right. So if this whole thing is a misunderstanding, why do you think that Cardi wants to sue you? I mean, it is, she's obviously doing super well.
She's controlling the narrative. I mean, think about it. Who else is putting out dirt on her?
And why do you think other sources won't? Because she is really hot right now. And despite what comes out, the drugging of, the drugging of men and robbing them,
I'm so glad I took that viral. My gosh.
I know it, but a lot of people say that you had on an actor, that the guy is an actor who came on.
Oh, no. Okay, so I know what they're talking about. No, but the story of Cardi robbing and drugging, that came out of her own mouth.
Yes.
It
that
did.
was something that
Directly.
I had. That was like something I had in my back pocket, like, oh, you want to play. You want to act like you Miss Innocent. Oh, okay. So I just uploaded it. No, but the guy, that was just, I don't know. That was just like some actor guy. He was just making fun of this situation. So I just brought him on the show to ask questions. Just to, it's fuckery. If it's funny,
it's fun.
and
Okay.
it's gossip, it's on my channel.
Absolutely.
But that guy basically was a total actor and had never met Cardi B.
Absolutely, yes.
Okay, so he was, and was that the way that you represented it? Because a lot of people, like when I was promoting that you were going to be on the show, people were like, you need to ask her about the actor that alleged that he was drugged by Cardi B, but it was completely a lie. I'm
Everything's in the video. So, I mean, if people are like watching it, obviously they didn't watch the whole video when I was like questioning him and saying, man, this shit, if this is true. You know what I'm saying? Like, I wasn't the only. See, that's the thing. I think because my mouth is the biggest.
Yeah.
Like, the other bloggers will cover the same story, but when I cover the story, all of a sudden, oh, you did this. I'm like, what the hell did I do? I did the same shit, just in a different narrative that somebody else did. That's when I'm doing commentative based videos. But if I'm breaking a story, this is on me. But yeah, they just need somebody to blame. That's all.
So tell me,
I'm cool with it.
how do you describe what you do? Because I think that even though you're very out there of, hey, I'm a gossip blogger, I'm doing fuckery, I'm doing entertainment, people take like what you say as Bible. So how, in your words, do you
That's on them, though, isn't it?
Well, how do you characterize it?
I mean, thank you, Paul. Thank you. That is on them. Okay. It reminds me of like when parents get mad at rappers because rappers cuss and have strippers in their video. But it's like, but why are your kids watching these rappers?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Do you want them to change because you a lazy ass parent? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Speaking words of wisdom.
Yeah.
And my thing is like, you want me to change because you can't turn off your damn TV because this is your guilty pleasure?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So they get upset with you over some shit. It's like, I don't want to eat cookies, but if you bring these cookies in my house, I'm going to eat them.
Yeah.
And it's your
No.
fault for bringing it in my house.
Yeah, like, ain't nobody tell you to put your greasy fingers in
Right.
that damn cookie. You got diabetes. I didn't give you diabetes.
Right.
You got shit.
What do you say to Perez Hilton? Perez Hilton earlier in June uploaded a video. I know.
Who the fuck is Brad Pitt?
Girl, he's so trying to hold on to your coattails.
Oh,
You know,
my God. He need to hold on to his puppies and his kids and just retire.
Well, let
I
me tell you
know,
something,
that's
Tasha.
sad,
He
'cause-
used to be my neighbor in New York. Did y'all know that?
What?
In Hell's
Perez
Are you
Kitchen.
did?
serious?
And
Paul,
how's-
you got the wine.
He was
Paul.
no, but he was so full of shit. Like we would be down in the gym, and he would like be pushing the stroller through the goddamn gym. We would have the dog and the baby in the stroller.
In the
it was
gym?
in the gym, honey. It was too many
Wait a minute,
things.
he had the dog and the baby in the stroller.
Everything.
this was when he had his first kid.
When he had the first kid.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
And you just,
Now,
and what?
see,
You,
a real mother would tell him that it's kind of nasty to have your dog right beside your baby, like right then.
But when
You know
I
what I'm
tell you,
saying?
like he was pushing the stroller
playing.
through the gym, like as he would pump iron, he would like push it to the next thing. Who does
I
that?
mean, he's Perez Hilton. He's supposed to be worth like $30 million. Why he ain't got no nanny or babysitter?
Right.
There you go. There you go.
and I love that he's commenting on you. Good for you for getting the shout out. But I'm like,
I
dude,
was like, damn. I said, a bitch done made it. I said, I
Yeah.
got
There
you go.
Perez Hilton. No,
But what's
it
he
was
mad
just
at?
like,
What's he mad at?
yeah.
she's getting all the shine.
I welcome literally all the controversy. Honestly, it's what really keeps the brand going. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, it
Yeah.
does. Well, don't
I'm like,
you
listen,
think?
I don't even call them haters no more. I call them the PR team. I'm like, this
Oh,
is
yeah.
the press. When I wake up and see that I'm on TMZ, I'm like, shit. Do you know how much I would have had to pay a publicist to do that?
Yes.
Right. I love that.
Okay, with Perez, because I always think it was funny, like the video that he did of you, but don't you feel like his downfall was when he stopped drawing like penises on people's face and cocaine? He should
Yeah.
have stuck with that.
should have stuck with
He
that was his
should have
thing.
stuck when
He
he put
should have stuck.
he
Like
shoulda
that,
stuck
that's
with
why
it.
people liked him because he did
Yes.
the shit that nobody else would do, and they told him not to do. So it's just like you chasing a rebellious child. I'm a, and put all your energy into this child, but you the one need fixing because you watching the shit. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. Now, Tasha,
Yeah.
is there anybody that you have commented on, anything that you've said that you really did think, God, I regret that. I really shouldn't have said that about her, or I shouldn't have said that
Yes.
about him. Who?
Yeah. Hold on.
Clear your throat. I know.
Okay, so when I drink on my show, sometimes I'm from the country, so we just say whatever. So I'm like in contact with like Gucci Mane's baby mother.
Yep.
And she's really fighting hard to get help for their child with I think it's like autism.
Yes.
So he has an autistic child that he's not really helping with. You know what I'm saying? But he's paying for his stepkids. I'm like,
Ooh.
kind of shit.
Oh.
Yeah. So I said during a show one day, and I was just talking off the top of my head, some shit that I would say at home. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
I was just like, well, maybe I'm tired of these men out here making these babies, and then they will go and take care of their stepkids and then leave their mama to take care of, their kids. And then the baby's got autism, the woman can't work. And I was just like, maybe he should leave that ain't shit sperm alone. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
that's the reason. Maybe that's the
Oh,
reason.
I see.
And I was
Oh,
just
look.
like,
I'm
you
down
know
at
what
first, and I'm like, oh.
That
Yeah.
ain't shit sperm.
So it went. So people got the clip and they were like, "Did you just say the reason this baby was autistic is because his dad had ain't shit sperm?" And I'm like, I didn't mean for it to come out that way.
Yeah.
I'm meaning like, don't go make fucking kids with this ain't shit sperm and then leave the moms to take care of them.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And she's getting $2,000 a month, but you're over here buying this, mermaid looking woman, all these damn diamonds and gold, and your son is over here like needing help.
Yes.
So yeah, that was one thing that I do regret and I've taken back, and I'm like, damn, I shouldn't have said that. But everything else is fair game though.
You're like, that's it.
There have been
Yeah.
rumors for years about Wendy Williams. Everything from Wendy is a lesbian to, Kevin Hunter's obviously been, a nightmare. Charlemagne has said that forever. So how long ago did you actually start getting information that you knew their marriage was going to be done, that he had this mistress, that, the mistress was pregnant? Because, shit, he was like carrying on this whole other life. Cars, her house was down the street. I don't know how people carry on affairs like this. If I'm gone for 4 hours from my significant other, I'm like, feeling lost. How do people? I'm like, where the fuck
Where
is he?
you at that I can't find you? That your phone is. I'm like, what the?
Right.
How the hell is this?
What you doing?
How is Kevin
Put me
going?
on FaceTime.
Yes,
Yes.
exactly.
FaceTime,
Yes.
bitch.
So
Right.
tell it, like, take us back, because I love Wendy, but boy, that story, I'm like, that had to be years in the making.
Oh, of course. And you know what? Per my source, Wendy has always known. Okay.
Yeah.
It's just Kevin has told her that it was over. You know what I'm saying?
Ah.
Yeah. So it was just like when the whole baby situation happened, that was new to her. She did not know.
Oof.
She had no clue at all. She honestly thought that they were done, but she had known about Sharina. And I can say that without saying it allegedly, okay? But how I got information on it was when the Daily Mail broke the story of Sharina.
Yes.
And them,
Yep.
it was it was Sharina's father that actually sold that story to him for $25,000. He wanted a loan
Wow.
from Kevin. Yes, and so
Wow.
Sharina no longer has contact with her family because of that. That like they pretty much sold her out. But I got contact from somebody that Sharina did business with and had been doing business with for years, that pretty much gave me all the information just on Sharina. And so that's how I pretty much got the information. And then Sharina was messing with somebody's baby daddy. That baby mama called in and was like, I'm gonna beat her ass. Like, she's spending Kevin's money on my baby daddy and he's supposed to be with me, but she done bought him a Hellcat. So now he wanna be with her because he like, kind of just, I guess, living off her or whatever. And
Right.
then my actual source came through, who's like close to everybody, who know everybody business. And so that's why I can get up and say, hey, Sharina's in this room and she's there.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying?
But you know what?
Yeah.
I want to ask you something, Tasha. Have you ever heard this story? Because I saw it online with Kevin and allegedly with the transgender woman doing the
seen
sex
that,
tape.
But when I looked
Is
at
that
the
real?
video, when I looked at the video, it didn't look like Kevin. I was looking for certain features and stuff that
Yeah.
he had, and he didn't match those certain features back when that video was
'Cause
supposedly
he
made.
wasn't
so that's
even
why I
really
never
famous
put it on.
then. That's what made me
No.
think it was real. I'm like, wow, did y'all ever see that?
No.
Okay, it's a
that
whole
one I
thing.
didn't see.
Google it. You can literally, it's a Google away. But I personally, when I matched up like his facial expressions and how his body was shaped, I was like, no, that's not Kevin. That's not Kevin.
That's not him.
And even with that, look, exclusively on the Fraser show. I hope I'm saying that.
Ooh.
Yes, Frasier.
Hey,
Yep,
Frase.
you got it.
I'm gonna give y'all an exclusive.
Yes.
I do not believe that Kevin had an affair with Aveon.
Really? The guy who sat in your studio? You don't believe it?
Really?
Because my source brought me some information and said, and I have not shared this with anybody, so you guys are the first to get it, okay? My source was on my source overheard a conversation of the wife saying, Avion's trying to extort Kevin. This is what was told to me. He wanted $100,000 to come back and retract the story. And so he wanted to meet with Kevin. And so source told me that he overheard wife saying, well, he's not going to meet with you now because you done went on that show and told all those lies.
Ooh.
Yes. Wow.
I don't know specifically what lies, but let me tell you, during that interview, I was just like, there's no way people are going to believe this. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm a fan of Aveon. I think he's a great singer.
Yep.
I just think scorned employee. You know what I'm saying? And the reason I took the story is because he hired Lisa Bloom. When you hire Lisa Bloom,
Serious attorney.
Yeah.
Yep.
yeah, I'm just
Yeah.
like,
Yes.
I was like, okay, because I really like doing stories that out other people.
I
as
believed
far
it
as, like,
though.
their
When I was watching, I
sexuality.
kind of believed
And
it.
that's the thing. And
When-
that's the thing. Like, we had a bet going. I was like, he's about to get
He
slaughtered.
said, I just
I'm
boo
telling-
booed and I laid in the bed. And then he just spit in determination. I'm like, whoa,
And
Jesus.
people are like, well, what man? And I don't think and I don't know which parts he lied about. I'm just telling you what my source conveyed to me.
Sure.
And me feeling like, because I'm like, what man would actually put himself out there like that?
That's what I'm saying. You talking about somebody licked your shitty boo-boo hole? I mean, bets are off. That's your last paycheck. That's
but
it.
I always look. I don't get me wrong. I'm a fan of Aveon. You know what I'm saying? I'll be glad to hear any more stories that he has because he is definitely an entertainer.
Yes, he is.
Entertainer, okay? But it was just
Hate her.
It was some parts of I was like, this shit. That's why I was like, put the camera on me. The views and the
Oh,
I think yes or not, but he was definitely he passed the fuckery test. So that's what.
Okay. He did. He did.
have you,
gotta know the celebrity and you gotta pass the test of fuckery. So yeah.
Tasha, have you heard anything since the Diddy? I loved the Diddy exclusive you did with his ex Virginia. Have you
Yeah.
heard anything from Diddy's people? I thought that interview was pretty damning of Diddy's character. They dated 5 years on and off. She alleges that he offered her $50,000 to have an abortion. She basically said that he treated her like shit, always comparing her to Cassie. I don't know why the woman would stay. I mean, it's obviously Diddy, but I mean, my God, the abuse that she endured verbally from him. Have you heard anything from them? That was a big interview.
Yeah, okay. I know she's been contacted by Diddy's people, preferably Justin's current girlfriend. Diddy's attorneys told him that he can't talk to her, so he was gonna fly Justin's girlfriend out to talk to her on Justin's phone. So there was no recording of the conversation or whatever.
Ah.
But I could tell you this, she's lawyered up and shit's about to hit the fan.
Ooh. I mean, that when
And it's a pretty high this is exclusively to on the Frase show. It's a pretty high profile attorney too. So Diddy just better be ready.
Are you okay? I mean, I'm always blown away. I shouldn't be blown away because I love celebrity dirt. I've known it for years, but I did feel as though Diddy had evolved. You know, he was so sweet with the Kim Porter stuff. I mean, but my God, when you peel back the curtain, he's like.
But according to his bodyguard, Gene, and this is not the first time I've heard this, he literally beat the shit out of Kim too. And now I don't like talking about people who have passed on.
Right.
But this is not the first time I've heard this. And there was a scar that Gene Deal had talked about, his bodyguard of 10 years, that Diddy had Kim cut Diddy on the wrist.
Wow.
Trying to get him off of her. And so I asked damn, I done forgot her name. Virginia.
Virginia.
It's the pregnancy brain. I asked Virginia about, I said, is there a scar on his wrist? She said, yeah, but he told me he had surgery. So when I sent her the video clip of his bodyguard actually talking about him beating on Kim and stuff, and she had to cut him on the wrist, she said, he told me he had surgery, but that scar is actually there. So, I mean, it's just, I think it's all for facade. Like he wants people to think that he's this. But behind the scenes, he's this. And I mean, according to Virginia, his coke habit is bad. His Molly habit is bad.
Well, he does look, I mean, no pun intended, but he does look puffy. He looks puffy.
He looks a little puffy.
He looks puffy,
I mean, she was like hydrocodone, Percocet. She said, if you ever see him with a fanny pack or the fanny pack in the book bag, that's where he carries his shit. So and that's,
he needs a whole book bag for it? Damn.
How much stuff is he doing?
I mean, shit.
She says a lot. She says he wouldn't let me go to sleep at nights, and I had to talk to her one time when she told me this because I have a family full of pill addicts. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
you
sure.
know, you're from small country towns.
Yeah,
everybody's doing that shit.
I'm from Maine. Yeah, they're all they're all high on oxy. Yeah,
I'm telling you. And she was just like, he would never let me go to sleep when he got high. And I said, you know why? I said, because their heart stops. So they try to keep you up to keep them up because they done took too much.
Wow.
So if they go to sleep, it'll slow their heart down and stop their heart. So that's why when you see somebody on Percocets or Oxycontin, they don't want to go to sleep because they're afraid that they may not wake up.
Ooh, this shit just got real.
It's just like, that makes so much sense. Like, I was just like, why he won't let me go to sleep? Because he's trying to get you to watch his ass.
Sit my
my drink. Sip my drink.
We do this thing, so Tasha, we always do What's Poppin' on the Hey Frase Show, which is everything in celebrity news. So we just want you to weigh in quickly on these. Lil Nas X seemed yesterday was the end of Pride Month, seems to put out there that he is gay. Do you know anything about that? A lot of people said to me, everybody's known this. He came out a long time ago. Some people think he's bisexual. What do you think the story is there?
Uh-oh. She's got another exclusive. Come on, hit us with three.
This is a Frase exclusive.
Hit us with shout out to Pride Month. I've known about him running the Nicki Minaj page. Like, he was a barb before.
Yep.
And so there was a lot of conversation on that page that somebody that was straight would tweet that I didn't think would tweet if they was, straight.
Okay, gotcha.
So when he came out, I was just like, I'm not surprised. I mean, the kids now are more open, with social media. It's not about sexuality anymore. It's about just personal love. Like, if I love you and I'm attracted to you, it's fine. It's not about labels. So, I mean, if he is, I don't think it affects his music or who he is or his contribution to the world.
Exactly.
So,
exactly.
I don't listen to Nas X to see who he's, banging in the butt or.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, I don't.
I know, we don't either. And hey, horses in the back, we're all good. Horses in the back, horses in the front. Hey,
horses in the back, you know what I'm saying? And my daughter loves, oh my gosh, she loves
He's
Nas X.
amazing. I'm just so confused. It's like, are we bi? Are we pansexual? What sexuality are we here?
Look, you saw what Willow Smith just admitted. I mean, I've been said before she was gay. I was
What'd she
look,
say?
there's no straight. She
Both
said she's
of them, right?
bisexual. She wants to be in a
Right.
polyamorous relationship, and all she needs is a man and a woman. And I'm like, Willow, you're just hanging on to the man for public perception, but you are a gay woman.
That's
You are a gay
that's
woman.
the first
Like,
step.
Yeah.
You'll get there.
What have you heard?
You know what I'm talking about, Paul. So yeah.
What have you heard about this whole Taylor Swift drama with Scooter Braun? Of
Oh
course,
my
been
gosh.
trending now for 2 days. What's your take on this?
Taylor has been caught in a few lies before.
Yes, she has.
Okay.
Yes, she has.
Okay, so the fact that a whole company would be able to buy another company and you have no knowledge about it, it's just like me working at Sonic or something and they're getting ready to go through a transition, you know what I'm saying, or acquisition. Like, they let the employees know what's going on. So I don't believe somebody being as big as Taylor Swift had no knowledge of her masters being transferred to another company. That just does not sit right with me.
Somebody bought all her shit without her knowing?
Scooter Braun and Scooter's business partner bought her entire music catalog. Well, not entire, but
she couldn't afford to buy it.
yeah, it was what, $300 million?
Yeah, she would have been broke.
You couldn't have gotten a loan?
Buy that shit.
I feel like
kinda
she
crazy.
should have, just taken out a loan and done.
So she posted an open letter basically saying that Scooter Braun has bullied her for years, that they basically held over her head if she would sign a new contract. For every new album, they would give her an old album worth of songs. She says the minute she did that, then they were going to go and sell the company, and that would be nil and void. Scooter Braun's wife has come out and said that Taylor Swift is a bully, Justin Bieber. I mean, but a lot of female artists, Rihanna, Beyonce, Katy Perry, they've all unfollowed Scooter Braun and seem to be
Backing her up.
supporting Taylor Swift. So that's where I'm confused. That just came out. People were tracking all the female artists who have unfollowed Scooter, and there's some big Rihanna, Beyonce, Katy, those are 3 of them.
I mean, but when I think about it from a business perspective, these artists, they're quick to sign these deals, okay?
Yes.
They don't put no money into developing themselves.
There
It's
you
all
go.
the label, okay? So why would I give you something that I paid for? Now, if you want to happily pay me to get those, then hey, we can work something out. But if I invested all these years into building you into who you are, like, who the fuck would have known who Taylor Swift was if she wasn't signed to that major label? Come on now.
It's true.
Hey,
That's a good
Tasha,
point.
you know what, guys? I met this guy in the Hamptons this weekend who his business is, you know how the minor league baseball players, they only make like $20,000 a year?
Yes.
You all know that?
Yes.
So you know what this guy does? He's like a billionaire. You know what he does? He goes to these good minor league players and he says, you know what? I'm going to give you $200,000 a year right now for you to sign 10% of your lifetime earnings to me. And then maybe some of them get picked up and they get those billion-dollar contracts and then he gets the money.
Wow.
So, I mean,
talking about.
when people roll
That's
the
what I'm
dice
talking
on
about.
you, when people are willing to bet on you, sometimes you get the shit piece of the deal, but they bet on you.
That's what I'm saying.
Last topic, R. Kelly. What do you think is that, a lot of people are saying big indictments are going to come down against him. Do you think R. Kelly is going to see any jail time? What do you think the next big breaking piece of that story will be for R. Kelly?
It's going to be hard for him to be charged in any of like the, I guess, child molestation videos coming forward because it was so long ago.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And most of the girls that he actually violated still love him. So it's going to be hard to prove that. But with the federal indictment coming down on him, money laundering, racketeering, and transporting minors across state lines, like that's sex trafficking, you know what I'm saying? I think those two will stick. So he will eventually end up doing time.
Oh my God. We could talk to you all day. I mean, you are so fascinating. I mean, I want even more details about Jussie Smollett. I mean, what's he going to do? What's his next job going to be? Is anyone going to hire him in Hollywood? I mean, I could go, I want all your thoughts.
Jussie Smollett didn't act alone, and there's a reason why Lee Daniels followed Jussie Smollett because some shit about to hit the fan.
Tasha.
Lee Daniels.
He thought it was going to bring some ratings, okay? He thought it was going to bring some ratings to that show, but instead it got it canceled. And so those two right there, I'm telling you, some shit's going to hit the fan and watch. Watch what I tell you.
Okay, look, I want your last thoughts on this. Okay, what I love so much is just women out here doing it, building their own brand. You now, because you've built this incredible following, this is your full-time job. You're making money. I love seeing all your ads. Since we're in an ad business, like every time I watch all your ads because I'm like, yes, girl is making coins. Like, I'm sure everyone else is like, why do you have so many ads? But I'm like, she's got ads. But
you want me to beg for money for you, or you want me to take these ads? What you want me to do?
Yeah, exactly.
So it's those like, why are you asking your fan base for money? I would never do that. So I have a platform that can help other businesses. So why not? So I don't have to. I couldn't do that anyway. I've never been the type to run a church and beg my members for money, especially if I'm. Yeah.
A lot of your fans are watching. A lot of new Hey Frase listeners are discovering you. So what advice do you have for somebody? Because it's very tough and scary to put yourself all the way out there the way that you do. And, you have a great attitude about the negativity, but I'm sure that took a while to get used to. Yeah. So what's your advice for someone who wants to, whether it's start their own business, start a YouTube channel? What would you tell people?
First, know what you want to do. Okay? Stick to it. All right. And ignore all the fuzz because there's going to be a lot of pushback as you're trying to move forward. But that's just a part of life. It's like the universe testing you to see if you're like worthy of this. You know what I'm saying? Can you handle this? So it puts obstacles in front of you. And so just look at those obstacles as just a way to prepare you for what's really to come. And once you like prove, it's like anything you put out there, like saying, for instance, I want to go to the grocery store later, but you may not have a car. You may not have no money, but somehow you get hungry and you say, I'm going to find my way to this damn grocery store.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's the same thing with building a brand and something that you want. You just got to push forward, ignore everything else, and know your craft better than anybody else. Nobody's going to come on my show and do my show better than me. Hell no. This is my shit.
That's
You know
right.
what I'm saying? It's my shit. And you're not going to tell me how to do it either. Because this is something that I'm creating. So yeah, that's what I would tell, especially to women these days when they think that they have to, show their boobs or get surgery done to do it. I ain't getting no damn surgery. My ass is flat. It's flat as they come. My titties sag and it will stay that way and my nose will stay spread. I'm not fixing shit, okay?
You look beautiful.
I love you.
Thank you.
You really do. I'll be in Atlanta next week. I'm going to holler at you.
Oh my God, you got to go see
You
her.
gotta hit me up.
Yeah, I will.
You gotta hit me up. I know the spots around here. So.
Well, we love you so much. Unwind with Tasha K. You usually put out new episodes on Friday nights. Is it usually Fridays?
Okay. Well, yes, I do my fuckery Fridays, but because I'm due any day now.
Yep.
I won't be doing any shows until after probably 2 weeks after the baby's born.
Do you know what you're gonna have yet that you can share?
A little boy.
Oh, good for you.
Oh my God.
Congrats.
We're sending you all the prayers and good wishes. You're awesome. And it just translates so much on YouTube. And I think, the sky's the limits for you. So I hope you get a talk show.
You
need to replace Wendy Williams. Like,
that'd be...
Bye, Wendy.
My team is working on it. I have my little meetings here and there with different production companies. So there's a lot of interest, but I really can't do anything until, the baby's out and everything like that. So, and you're about to get married, right?
Getting married in like a month. Yes.
Well, I tell you, where's my invitation to the wedding?
You're getting one. I am sending you one. Oh my God. I would love for you to be in Maine. Oh my God. Paul, give him 2 drinks. He's got so much tea. Oh Lord. He's friends with everybody.
Oh, wow. You know, I'm put my seat right beside him.
Yes.
It's honestly a business deal. You can write this off for the business.
It's you can
Absolutely, Paul, and nobody will know who it came from. You
Okay.
My source said. And that's asking, what's your source? It ain't none of your business.
None of you is. I love it.
Tasha, you are so
Congratulations,
awesome.
And if I can't
Thank you.
make it to the wedding, I will definitely send you something.
Oh, well.
Okay, marriage is a beautiful thing. So I've been married 14 years. We celebrate on the 10th.
Wow.
The 10th of July. And so
Happy anniversary.
Yes, and he's my Kevin Hunter, but a good version, okay?
Oh.
He's not here buying
Love it.
He's not here buying side pussy because he can't, because I track every
You
goddamn
track
thing.
that motherfucker down.
Good. Yes. I mean, who's
Oh, I would not cheat on you.
Yeah, no.
That dirt would
I
be
mean, like,
found.
he knows too. He knows. I'm like, you think I'm gonna do what Wendy Williams do? Your ass and that side bitch gonna be on this show.
Yeah, exactly.
Tasha, you are so awesome. Thank you so much for being on this show. We can't thank you enough. We just love you and love supporting and seeing all your success.
Oh, I love you guys too. Thank you so much. Thank you to all of your fans for like
Yes.
embracing me.
Yes.
Okay, and shout out to the winos. I know they can be harsh. They're like the Beehive these days. I'm
Right.
like, y'all calm down. Shit.
Winos.
They don't invite us back.
No, we're used to all the hate too. Don't worry. We're,
Okay, perfect.
Yeah, we're
perfect.
used to it. Oh, yeah. People were very upset that we were talking about Lil Nas X's sexuality. We're like, what the fuck? He put it out himself. Like, what do you want us to say?
Gossip. Calm
It's
down.
gossip.
But
Yes. I know.
I talk about Tiana Taylor. Look, I talk about Tiana Taylor's sexuality.
Okay, what do you think? Kendall Jenner, gay or straight?
Bye.
Kendall Jenner?
Bye.
Bye.
Kendall Jenner is so gay. She's the hottest lesbian. Are you kidding? Oh my
Yeah.
God.
You would totally rule that market, though.
Bye.
I have sex dreams about Kendall Jenner all the time. I do. She's so hot. Oh my God, she's so hot. Like, she's the hottest lesbian. Who doesn't want to run away with Kendall?
I know Cara Delevingne is
Kendall.
happily, but Cara and Kendall.
Kara and
That would
Kendall.
be amazing.
What would they talk about? Nothing. That would be the most boring relationship
Cara
ever.
has a personality. Cara
It is
Delevingne.
what it
After they rub bones, I mean, it's just like, I
That's
mean,
what I was saying. I was like, it's too skinny. Because I've heard in the barbershop, you know, a dude messing with a girl with a pelvic bone, they say it's very
right,
painful.
it can be
Yeah.
rough.
Very painful. Ooh.
Pelvic bone is right there. Dude,
Yeah.
your thrust.
They just can't
That's
be
what I was told. I
skin
don't
and
know.
bones.
That is true. You can see those pelvic bones right through them. Yeah, that does look difficult. That looks hard.
But thank you.
Bye.
I'm so humble. Please call me anytime. I'll be here to grace you with anything, any gossip or whatever. So
Oh,
thank you so much.
we
Stay
will-
crazy, AJ and Paul.
Thank you,
Love you.
Tasha.
girl.
Thanks, Tasha.
I'll
Bye.
holler at you.
Yes.
Bye-bye.
Oh, she's getting a wedding invite for sure. Bye, winos. Thank you guys so much, too, for hopping on. They were awesome. So thank you. Everybody was loving Tasha and had lots of great things to say. She's amazing, isn't she?
Great. That was so
Amazing.
much fun.
She is so cool. I just love to see. I mean, can you believe it? It's all just started from her passion, you know, sitting around with her family, gossiping, and then she's made it into and growing it into an empire.
She's
And
perfect for it.
She's perfect for it. She's
Her
just.
lighting was amazing.
I know, isn't her lighting? She looks so good.
What kind of kid is
camera
that?
is-
We need her camera.
I'm
We
like,
need to know her camera.
She needs to market her own, the Tasha K camera
She
kit.
really does. That thing was right,
Serious.
wasn't it?
Yes.
Thank you all the winos too for checking out the Hey Frase stream.
Hey,
we
they
really appreciate it.
Came motherfucking through.
They came through for her. You guys are awesome fans for her.
Those are
We hope you
great
check out the
ratings.
podcast and definitely subscribe to the Hey Frase channel. We want to have her on more. I want to invite her to my wedding.
I think you really should.
I mean,
But
absolutely.
she won't be able to come because the baby.
Oh, the baby. That's right. Yes. She's giving birth to
You're
a little,
wel-
but that's okay.
But this month, next month, it'll be, a month old. So
And you guys, we always end Monday's show with pineapple mail, which is, something, usually feedback from people, whatever is happening in their lives. Do we have time, do you think, to call Chrissy? You want to try to call Chrissy? I know we're like
we,
really
we can
late.
do a 2-hour show today.
Yeah, we do a 2-hour show.
I don't mind.
Yeah,
Paul, what
let's.
are you doing?
Have you got to go?
Paul, what's on your schedule today?
Double the rate for today. Sydney?
No. We don't. We
Double.
don't have it.
Okay.
We only have $1,000. Then that's it. So look, you guys, we do this thing, as I mentioned, pineapple mail, which is all your advice questions, your feedback about the show. So Chrissy she's been following the show for years, and probably about what, Paul, a year and a half ago, 2 years ago,
Has it been that long? Oh my God.
she was with a guy on and off for 5 years, and his mom could not stand her. So his mother hated her. Like, they would get in huge blowouts. Anyway, they worked through it. They got engaged. 2 months after he goes and buys her a $10,000 ring with us as a show, buys this woman, Chrissy, a $10,000 ring. He breaks off the engagement, tells her he just doesn't think it's worth it. Returns the $10,000 ring, okay? Then misses her because she's out living her best life. She moves on. So she decides to take him back, okay? Takes him back. We were like, we don't think you should do it. She called into the show. So fast forward. She comes to our live podcast show 2 weeks ago that happened in Rockville, Maryland, up at Amp by Strathmore. And she's like, I've got a new man. I'm really happy. And I finally got rid of Derek. So I wanted to call her because she loves Paul. Paul's here today.
Yeah.
Give her a ring. Let's see if we can get her on the phone because I wanted to see if we can get an update on this new guy, who he is.
Yes, Chrissy?
Yes.
I'm here.
Chrissy!
Hey!
Chrissy! Chrissy, you are
Hey,
live. And Tasha K, who's this awesome YouTuber, all of her winos are on checking out the show today. So we just built up the story of how you were with Derek, the returned engagement ring, then you and Derek dated. But fast forward, you are in this amazing new relationship. So we just wanted a life update from you.
Oh, okay. So Derek and I finally called it quits because he got mad that like we weren't official yet, and I was still kind of talking to somebody else, not my current boyfriend. So I just kind of was like, and I didn't feel it anymore. I wasn't physically attracted to him anymore, and I just couldn't emotionally let myself open up. I was always constantly waiting for a shoe to drop with him, and it just became really unhealthy. So fast forward, I met Evan on Hinge.
I've been hearing so many good things about Hinge.
Hinge is awesome.
And so we met. Our first date was ice cream, and then it was a couple of dinner dates and movie dates, and then we kind of just started hanging out all the time. And as corny as it sounds, he was like, be my girlfriend. I was like, sure. And it's been great ever since. Like, he does things with me that like I haven't been able to enjoy with another person, like going to concerts or him meeting my friends, or even like going to the Hey Frase podcast.
I love that you
like,
brought him.
Oh my God, did your man mind the male strippers? Did your new guy, did Evan?
So I didn't tell him. I said, hey, I really love Hey Frase. Sarah Fraser and AJ and Paul, and they have this podcast going on. I really want to go. And he's like, yeah, sure, let's go. Like, it'll be fun. And then the night before, he would like looked it up to like see the location. He's like, wait a second, why does it just say Bachelorette? And I was like, oh.
Details.
And but he was totally fine about it. I mean, like I said, the whole time I was kind of like concerned because I'm so used to like Derek being mad about going to a place and him not like having a good time and then it causing a fight or something. And Evan was like a great sport about it. And it's so relaxing and refreshing to have someone who, even though like maybe that's not their thing, it's yours and they'll enjoy it just as much just because they see you happy doing it.
Preach. Oh my God, we are so happy for you. When I saw you with your new guy, I was like, we've got to have a life update because you followed the show and followed us for so many years. And we were so hanging on like every kind of twist and turn with Derek. And, when you had called us a while ago and said that you were going to kind of date Derek again, we were sort of like, obviously follow your heart, but we were kind of thinking, no.
Well, now she has to protect her heart. You have to protect your heart because do you think it's taking you a little longer this time because of what you've been through?
I mean, and Evan will agree with this. Like, there are a couple of things that kind of caused me to go back to what I think is going to happen. So, things that Derek used to do, and then Evan does. He may not do it intentionally, but I'm like, okay, this is when we're going to start fighting, or this is like when he's going to be mad about this, or something like that. So, and he's been super patient with me. Like, he'll be like, so why do you react that way when this happens? And I'm like, well, because this is how like it's always happened in my past relationships. And
damn,
he
that's a good
will
man.
talk me through.
A good man.
Yeah,
that's a
he'll
good
talk
man.
me through it, and he'll be like, look, like this is how I feel, and this is what I mean when this happens, and I'm like with you 100%. And I was like, just please be patient with me. Like I had 4 years of someone who just kind of broke me down, and he's so willing to do it, and he really does take the time to talk and communicate. And we've had like some serious conversations, like little misunderstanding. And here I am, like, okay, this is the end. This is it. This is his final straw. But he's like, let's talk. And I'm like, what?
Does he want what you want?
Talk?
Do you all want the same thing now? Okay, that's great. Isn't that
God.
something, AJ? You're like,
Yes.
Right.
Well, Chrissy, we love you. We wanted to give you an update. We've gone extra long today on the show, but we wanted to to share the life update. So we're just like praying for you and sending you every great vibe that love continues to shine for you. And we can't wait to celebrate all the milestones with you and Evan. And I just love that you're working through it. Yes.
Thank you guys so much. It's so great hearing from you.
Ditto. Well, we love you. Thank you for coming to the live show, and we'll talk to you soon.
Okay, love you guys.
Bye.
Bye.
Love
All
you.
right,
Bye.
you guys, winos, thank you so much for being on our live stream. We hope you will check out another Hey Frase podcast episode. We have new episodes every Monday, Wednesday. People are loving Paul's hair. It's at Paul Wharton Style. You can follow him on Instagram.
Instagram, yeah.
At
Paul
Hey
Wharton Style.
Frase on Instagram. At Hey Frase. At AJ on the mic.
And please holler at my new Sirius XM show, Fridays at 6, starting July 12th, channel 141. We launch with Jennifer Lewis.
Yes. Thank you to
Bye,
Tasha
guys.
K. And thank you, winos. We'll see you on Wednesday. Bye, everybody.
Woo.
Woo.